guys, it's Jen, and you need to hydrate. Today, we will be doing an unboxing of a blind box toy while I talk about writer's block, because why not? Well, there's a lot of blind bags and blind boxes going around, which is kind of cool, but also clearly a marketing ploy, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I get suckered into it every time, so not that horrible. I found out about these LOL dolls because a friend of mine was telling me that they make the boys anatomically correct. And there's been a lot of controversy around that. This is what they look like when you buy them in the store. They're usually in these like blind boxes, blind balls, whatever they are. This is my doll. He came out of the LOL Vibe Check dolls. He's like one of the boys. This hat came from a different one. But, so yeah, they have like these little outfits that they wear, and then you give them water and they can either spit at you, or they could have water come out of their ears, or they could cry, or they could pee. So anyway, that's what the LOL doll boys look like. These LOL doll toys are really fun. And also these are the kinds of projects I find myself doing when I can't really get any writing done. So I figured I would do this while I talk to you guys about writer's block and sort of how I combat it, which is by either getting lost down a Tumblr rabbit hole or reading things on Wikipedia very rarely. I'm going to kind of talk about writer's block as a surprise LOL box, because as you're unpacking them, you get all different kinds of surprises. And some of them are cool and some of them are not really as cool. Writer's block happens a lot if you're writing regularly like I am. And sometimes it's easy to get through, and sometimes it's not so easy to get through. So when it's easier to get through, those are the times that I just kind of switch projects. When I have multiple projects going on and I'm working on, say, a short story that I don't really know what I'm going to do with the character, or I don't know what's coming next. The times that it's a little more hard are actually when I'm working on projects that are not always for me. So when I'm doing a contract piece, when I'm editing something or writing something that's not really in my wheelhouse, sometimes I get overwhelmed by the amount of research I have to do, or I'm not really sure if the editorial direction I'm going in is the one that my contract person is really looking for. So I tend to end up kind of stopping what I'm doing and getting distracted. It looks like this is going to be filled with glitter, so that's a lot of fun. And as I unwrap, I'm going to tell you guys different things that I do specifically to combat writer's block. I think one of the most common things that I do when I get writer's block is I tend to get up and clean the house, do everything I'm not supposed to be doing while I'm writing. I kind of clean to clear my workspace, my life, and to sort of get a little bit refocused. I think a lot of writers end up doing that. They end up like cleaning their house or like doing laundry or trying to find an excuse to kind of be like, oh, this is a different task that I need to do, so I'm going to do that. And that's way more important than writing, especially when you're not on deadline, or like during NaNoWriMo, I tend to do that a lot. So that's one way that is sometimes helpful, sometimes not, because you're still getting other things off your to-do list. So when I have a deadline, there's no really good way to just like have writer's block, because you obviously have to get to work and get the things done. So I end up butting up against my deadlines sometimes. And if I know I have a really complicated project to do, or something that I really don't know what I'm writing about and have to do a lot of research beforehand, I try to start with plenty of time. So I try to make sure to break up the project into pieces so that I'm not up against that deadline with my whole project ahead of me. And I also try to make sure that I've set myself plenty of time so that I have, 3 or 4 days for something that may only take me a total of 3 or 4 hours, so that I can sort of spread that out in case I come up against something like writer's block. So one of the things in here, oh my gosh, these are so cute. I want them in my size. They're little star glasses. They're so cute. They're so cute and glittery. If that's not really an option and you're kind of on a deadline and you still have writer's block, I guess one of the best things that you could do is try and change your environment. Make sure that you're well caffeinated and well hydrated. And just sort of put your nose to the grindstone, put on headphones if you're working in an environment with other people, So I'm going to make it very clear that you don't have time to mess around. If you're not making your writing a priority, the people around you are not going to consider it a priority either. As far as changing your environment goes, that's actually another way that I combat writer's block. Even when I'm just working on a short story or a piece of my novel, if I kind of pack up and only take that project with me and go to Starbucks or go to the library where I don't have to worry about the cleaning that's all around me that needs to get done, and I only take one of the kids with me to focus on, or none of them sometimes, that's a good way to sort of hone in and focus. And our next item is like a little flocked shoulder thing. You can't see it. It's cute. It's got a little bow, little pom-poms. Cute. Okay. One of the habits that literally everyone in my life wishes I would kick, except for me, is my fan fiction habit. I have been reading fan fiction to not focus on other things I should be doing since I was like 11 years old. So when I'm really up against writer's block, I kind of just lean back in my chair, pull out my phone, and read some fan fiction for a little while. It makes it easier for my brain to disengage because I'm working in a universe that I already know and not usually stories that are super deep or like take a lot of brain space. So I let my brain unplug for a little while and just read something that's familiar but different, and sort of just lets me, I don't know, space out for a while while still feeling like I'm reading and working on something. The next item is a little like mason jar cup, and she says pop, and she's glittery because everything in the globe is glittery. One of the more stereotypical beat writer's block tips that is really obnoxious, and I hate getting this advice, but I am going to give it because it does work, is physical activity. So Mondays I take yoga class, Saturdays I go to swim class with one of the babies, and when I get back, my brain feels like it's in a different space because my body's been in a different space and it's been moving in ways that aren't usual for me. And those are classes that don't take long. They're an hour or a half hour. If I go to the gym, I only go for like half an hour or an hour again. And also I'm really lucky that my gym has like water massage tables. So then I just go and sort of lay down, put on like quiet music, put in my headphones, and again, just sort of disengage with the world. I'm not working out to like lose weight or to change my body. I'm just going to get moving. And especially when it's cold outside like it is right now, it's a really good way to just feel different and be engaging with the world around you and engaging with your body in a different way, so that it takes your brain again out of that space where it's stuck and just joggles it around. I mean, it's up to you what you do with your brain. Sometimes when I'm at the gym, I take a book with me. Sometimes I just listen to music. And sometimes I listen to a podcast. It's up to you. You can take a little notepad and jot down notes. You can take notes on your phone, or you can completely go to a different place and listen to episodes of Night Vale while you're there. Our item this time around, they're these little shoes. One way that I beat writer's block that sounds counterintuitive is to sort of go down a social media hole. I especially really love Tumblr, but I also really love Pinterest because obviously with those two social media outlets, you're engaging with pictures more than words. And sometimes those will inspire whole new projects for me. I wrote a short story a while ago that was an introduction to an environmental book in the future. After we can't live on Earth anymore, it's no longer inhabitable. That all started because I saw some pictures on Tumblr of really big vegetables, and just really liked the way that looked. That's the images that inspired it, and I sort of played with that for a couple of months before getting to a place where it actually became a little short story in a new format that I hadn't really played with before. So I'd never really written textbook style writing, which is what it was. It ended up being kind of an introduction to a textbook in the future. So I really like going on Tumblr and going on Pinterest and sort of looking at the pictures that come up and then kind of exploring and going down that rabbit hole. And then I end up sort of out of that writer's block and either go back to what I was working on or kind of start working on something new. And our blind bag item this time is this little 2-piece party dress. So one of the last ways to deal with writer's block is to just give into it. Sometimes writer's block is trying to tell you that you are burnt out and you need to step away from your desk or step away from the project that you're working on. And at that point, I just go watch TV. I sit in the other room. I sit with my husband. I really just don't work on the thing I was working on. Don't even try. Sometimes I've just got other things that really need to be taken care of first. Sometimes that cleaning is not a distraction. Sometimes it's like, my cat's litter box really just needs to be changed. You just need to go do that, and then you can come back to your work. So that would be my last writer's block tip before revealing the big kahuna. Let's see her. Oh my god, she's got a little bubblegum bubble. She's so cute. She's got little glitter lashes to go with her whole glitter outfit. She's got glitter in her hair, apparently. I see. You let her drink the water, and the glitter also becomes like a little snow globe. So the glitter that's in here is, we're going to let her drink water out of her little pop cup, and then the glitter will be in there like a little snow globe. That's so cute. I'm going to dress her up and then be right back. In conclusion, writer's block does in fact happen to everyone, and you get to choose how you deal with it. You can either power through, you can take a step away from the computer, you can work on a different project. It's kind of up to you. This is a wonderful New Year's, new you, same old you. I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. Message from me and New Year's Eve Cutie. She's super cute. And she is fabulous. And I hope that you take her kind of energy into the new year with you. So, have a great day, everybody.
Are you always this articulate?
Hercules. My name is Hercules.